So can you start off by introducing yourself to our site visitors at popculturemadness.com?
Yes. Hey, this is Stu, and I play bass in Lostprophets on the mighty Warped Tour of Doom.
So how are you enjoying the tour? I mean, that's been the question of the day. I'm sure it's been a good time so far.
Yeah, so far so good. You know, we started a week ago, and we're just getting into the swing of things. You know, it's kind of a whole different kind of ball game and from any other festivals we've done. You know, it's better for us. You know, it's a lot of fun, and the shows are great. You know, and everybody's in the same boat, so it's good times.
Yeah, I heard it's almost like summer camp for bands.
Yeah. I feel like I should be like, some of these kids are so young, I feel like I should be like teaching them or something. You know what I mean? We've been around for like 15 years now. You know what I mean? We're like old farts compared to some of these guys, you know? So, yeah, it's good.
So, you know, being that you're kind of veterans of the road and things like that, what is a piece of advice that you would share with one of these younger bands?
Piece of advice? Apart from hygiene, you know? The only advice I would give any band is just do it because you love it. You know what I mean? It's like, nobody's going to get fucking rich and famous playing music anymore. So you might as well dig what you're doing, you know? Just do it for the right reason. That's the only advice I'd ever give anybody. You know, so if you want to be like, you know, how many like white rappers are out there right now? You know what I mean? It's like, that was a joke years ago, you know what I mean? And like, they love it, they're doing it, you know what I mean? It's just cool. Like, do what you gotta do. That's my advice.
So, you know, speaking of the music industry in general, I mean, how do you feel about the current state of things? Do you think we're due to see a resurgence of rock music come back?
It's hard to tell, you know, without getting too serious, you know what I mean? It's, rock comes and goes all the time. It comes in and out of fashion so many times. It's like, our band has been cool and uncool so many times. I've been like the coolest kid in the class, and I've been like the fucking kid that gets beat up in the class like 100 times in this band already, so, you know, I guess right now it would be cool for it to come back, because a lot of shit is just getting tired sounding to me. You know, everyone has the same presets in massive. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like, I love dance music, I love, you know, anything, but to the point of saturation, you know, that's what it's getting right now, you know. And it's cool on Warped. It's like, even though there's like 70 bands, it's like, you got like punk rock bands, you got some bands that sound like fucking pirates, you know? You got like rappers, you got fucking jazz bands, you know, like everything. So, you know, there's a fairly like wide spectrum of bands on Warped right now. It's not just a bunch of pop punk kids.
Of course, I mean, that's like one of the beauties of these festivals like this, is you've got all this genre blurring together, but there's also people that are going to pick up on possibly bands that they weren't a fan of before, that they're learning new things.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, you know. It's like, we're playing every day and catching new people, you know. They're like, the first time I heard you, you're like, really? We've been around for 15 fucking years, you know. But that's cool, you know what I mean? You know, they weren't born then probably, you know, so it's good.
So, you know, how does negative criticism affect you? Do you ever read into that? Because, I mean, like you had mentioned before, you guys have gotten, you know, lots of mixed reviews over the years.
The first time it happens, you know, you're devastated. Then the second time it happens, you don't give a fuck. And if you do give a fuck, you're in the wrong band. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're doing it for the right reasons, then you don't care what people think. You know what I mean? It's like, I really love this band, so whatever you say isn't going to stop me from loving it. You know, so the first time around it does hurt. You know, it's like someone gives you a bad review or says you suck, and you're like, oh, probably will cry for a minute, you know, and then the next day you play a show and it's awesome and you forgot all about that. And that's it, you know. It's like, we've had great reviews for records, we've had shit reviews for records, you know, the same record, you know, whatever, who gives a fuck? Sure, every band can say the same thing on this tour, you know, so it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? But if it's good criticism, then that's awesome.
So you guys currently have a new album, and, you know, obviously I've seen the feedback been pretty positive.
It's been good, yeah. It's cool. It's like, I feel with the last record we did was The Betrayed, which didn't even come out here. It was such a hard record for us to make, because we did with a producer that didn't really understand us, so we did it ourselves. And I feel like we'd said everything we wanted to say up to like that point, so it was almost like we closed the chapter, because it's so hard to make. So with this record, we just went in and had fun and just kind of wrote as we were going along, and it's really, you know, just kind of trusted our instincts, you know. So it was really cool to have positive feedback on things which you didn't overthink. You know, where sometimes you make a record and you overthink every little detail to the point of like crucifying or like smothering the record almost, you know what I mean? So it was cool to like just let it happen organically and still have positive feedback. You know, we still, some people hate it too. Fuck those guys. Like I said before.
So, how much material? Do you have anything left over from any of the recording sessions?
I was singing things you have material left over, but no, we don't. He's like, what about that song? I'm like, no. There's a reason why that song hasn't been on the last 3 records. I'm kidding.
So, what are the plans for after Warped Tour?
After this, we do a little West Coast run. We missed the first half of Warped. Then we're going to go to Japan. Then hopefully come back here and do some headline shows, like small shows. And then back to Europe. And then hopefully back in with another record. So just busy, just trying to keep a momentum, because like I said, we took so long making that 4th record that we're just trying to keep the momentum going.
That's awesome. Well, we certainly look forward to that. And I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out to speak with me. Is there any final comments you'd like to share with our site visitors?
It's corny, but I'm just grateful for people still checking us out. You know what I mean? Like still, coming back 6 years after we played Lost, and people actually coming. You know what I mean? And just still being interested in us is thank you. You know what I mean? It's like it makes you. The longer you go, the more humble you become. Hopefully. You know what I mean? Or I hope. You know what I mean? But it's the reverse some bands. But it's good. Thank you. That's all I can say.
Great. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you.